This winter has seen heightened influenza activity, not only as a particularly virulent strain hit the United States at epidemic levels, but new vaccine approvals promise to impact how pharma handles the flu for years to come. According to the CDC, the proportion of deaths attributed to pneumonia and influenza increased sharply again this week to nearly 10% of all deaths. That's the third straight week it was above the epidemic threshold of 7.4. Most of the deaths are among people 65 and older, though already the number of pediatric deaths, 37, has surpassed last year's total, though it is still well short of the 2009-2010 season when 282 deaths were reported. In Europe and globally, the flu is spread, though not as intensely. In Europe, it is increasing in the northern and western parts of the continent, while portions of the Middle East and Africa and Asia have seen only moderate levels of activity. In the U.S., infections have brought on increased awareness of the benefits of vaccination, with reports of localized shortages, though the CDC and FDA have taken pains to assure the public that vaccines are still available. For pharma companies like flu vaccine manufacturers MedImmune, CSL Limited, ID Biomedical, GlaxoSmithKline, Protein Sciences Novartis, and Sanofi Pasteur, undoubtedly it will mean good press and increased demand for their vaccines. Though given the razor-sharp margins on flu vaccines, it is not expected to have major impact on profits. New vaccine innovations may prove to be a game changer for future flu seasons, however. The FDA recently approved Protein Sciences Flublok, the first trivalent influenza vaccine made using an insect virus expression system in recombinant DNA technology. Unlike current flu vaccines, Flublok does not use the influenza virus or eggs in its production. Last year, FDA also approved Novartis' eggless Flucelvax, which has been in use in Europe as Optiflu since 2007. In addition, a number of companies are working on quadrivalent flu vaccines, meaning the vaccine will be able to protect against 4 strains of the virus, not the current 3. Both MedImmune and GSK have received approvals that will hit the market in force next year. The gold standard, however, is a universal vaccine that protects against all forms of the flu. It would not need to be updated every year. Phase 1 trials have begun for one approach, pioneered by Dr. Sarah Gilbert of Oxford, that induced T cells to kill any cells infected by the flu. While Inovio, a US-based biotech, is also in Phase 1 trials with a DNA-based vaccine, hoping to show greater immunogenicity when used to prime the immune response to a dose of trivalent inactive seasonal vaccine. We'll see how those go. While it's still early for these vaccines, it is clear that flu virology is heating up.